Dear Convo friends, I got quite a lot of enthusiastic reactions on my little post on Perplexity.ai, which is one of my favorite AI tools that I use on a daily basis. So I thought, why not share another tool that I use almost just as much? That's really helpful for me, especially when I try to make sense of this ever shifting world of generative AI. As you can see here, like Perplexity is what I use mostly as an alternative to Googling. So it's my browsing, searching, and research tool. But you know me, right? I live on LinkedIn almost. It's literally like my second home. It's like my virtual living room where I go to catch up with online friends, but also to learn about new developments in generative AI. And as you can imagine, when I scroll through my timeline, it's like crazy. It's like a new technology, a new prompting technique, a new feature, a new LLM every day. So, how to make sense of that and how to determine which topics do I pick up and study and which ones do I leave aside for now because they're not relevant for me or my work, that is a big challenge. And I found a little tool that is incredibly helpful for me. It's called Cubox.cc. Now imagine me scrolling through my timeline, updating my LinkedIn header with a cute picture of pebbles. I stumble upon something new by Llama Index. I love Llama Index. They offer loads of Gen AI technology and techniques that I can use. So this is their website, and let's say I end up here in their documentation, which is where I spend a lot of time nowadays because prompt engineering isn't sexy. It's very much about learning very fundamental stuff, but also very basic stuff. And for me, most often very new stuff. So I love reading the documentation of OpenAI. Llama Index is my new favorite. But it's a lot, right? It's like pages and pages and pages. And to be honest, some of it I don't even understand. And that's where Qbox comes to my rescue. Because what I can do, okay, I'm in querying now, but let's take another page. Let's see, what have we got here? Uh, ooh, pedantic program. That sounds like pedantic program. I have no idea what this is. Let's see if I can find something. Okay, so this is probably root level. Lots of code here, which I don't understand on first glance. Actually, I do. Like, you need some libraries, and this is Python. But what I do is I go to Cubox, which is a browser extension. I've defined some folders. One of them is Llama Index. I can oh, add some text, like pedantic program. And I deliberately selected a page that I know nothing about to give you an idea of how I approach learning new stuff, which is like 80% of my day nowadays. So I save this little bookmark and then I go to Cubox. This is Cubox. It is a bookmark manager, but it's a lot more. It is, for me, it's my guided study aid. Because what it will do, it will collect all my bookmarks, but not just bookmarks. I can also make little memos, like, just ideas, random, like text that I want to keep somewhere. I can keep it here. So I've got a whole folder here with all my memos. And there's quite a few. There's even some conference notes here, which I also took in a memo. So it allows you to do kind of blended collection of structured information, bookmarks, and just brain blurbs. Pointing, I call this. So this is where I do all the pointing. So I just saved our article about what was it, Pydantic something, in this folder Llama Index. There's another one there as well. And as you can see, the tag that I just added is right here. The image is right here. So far, so good. Nothing spectacular. But what happens next? And before we do that is I'd like to tell you that I've actually optimized and configured my iPad to become my focused study environment device. So that's where I do most of my Qbox work. So I open this And what you can see immediately is that it doesn't open the website. No, it opens a scraped version with just the text and just the code. If I open this on my iPad, I've got completely distraction-free learning going on. There's no links that take me away to LinkedIn again. There's no links to, I don't know, keyboard sites, like mechanical keyboard sites. It's just me and the text. And because it's so simplistic, it might look very basic, but this is the exact thing what I need. Like, I wake up in the morning, I go downstairs, make my cup of tea, get my breakfast, get out my iPad, sit in my chair, and just read for half an hour. And if you're like me, I mean, I love exploring the text rather than reading it. So I'll first probably just scan a little bit, like, oh, there's a title here. Oh my God, there's code there. I'm supposed to know this. And hey, I know. So I basically scan the entire document first. And what's really nice is that you can need to install, well, you can kind of make annotations here. I can mark something, and then it will make a little note card in the right hand like sidebar. And I can even add my own note to the note. This is a not so useful note. And this too, I can hear you say, hey, I've got that in my note taker. That's nothing special. Where it does get really interesting for me is that I not only can, let's see. I can not only mark text, but I can also, I want to get like a really difficult word that I don't understand. And rather than marking it, I can go to this little asterisk, and it's an assistant. And I can actually ask it to explain the word that I just highlighted. It's a bit laggy with the OpenAI API, I think, today. But if you've never heard of this term and there's no explanation in the text, you can actually ask your little reading assistant to explain it to you. And here it just says explain, but this field is editable. So you can basically put in your own prompt here. And it gets even better because what I can do from here is I can say, okay, I've got my definition now. I can make it shorter or longer, but at least I've got something here. And I can add it to the card description. Then it will add it as a little summary in the actual card for this article. So when I go back to the inbox, this is what it will show me as the preview of that card. But I can also say, okay, turn that into a little note. Done. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. And of course, I didn't select a piece with code in it without reason, because if I select this and say explain, um, it will actually explain me the code. And for someone who's not a natural born coder yet, because I'm definitely getting there, I'm doing about 50% of my daily work in code now. So that's really, really cool, I think. It's just so nice that if you get a really complex looking piece of code, you've got your little assistant here to explain you what you actually see in front of you. So yeah, let's put that in a highlight note as well. Another thing I can do is, whoop, I can just, select the title. Actually, I don't even know whether I need to select it or just click. Let's see. Because this assistant here at the top is like document level assistant, which will assist you with like tasks that comprise the entire document. But this one is like sentence and paragraph level, so content level. So what I can do here is say, okay, how do I learn this? It literally like tells me like this might be a way to get into this topic that you don't know yet. And again, this is just a basic prompt. I could personalize this with how do I learn this, coming from a background of linguistics with media coding experience. So personalizing these prompts obviously is where the real value is, but having an interface that supports that in a very non-intrusive way for me is like, I love how this is designed and how well it's thought out. So it's not just reading aids or reading assistants. What you can also do, which I actually don't do because like writing my own pieces, but what you can ask is, okay, write a Twitter post about this, write a Facebook post, translate it to another language. Let's see what it does when I say write a Twitter post. And there you go. It's a very short text with hashtags. Um, and well, yeah, I can put it in a card and copy paste it from there. Um, so what I love about this interface is that it's very simple, deliberately simple, and that it's designed in such a way that you are invited to interact with the things that you're reading in a very constructive and educational way. And this, for me, is the essence of what generative AI can bring to us. It's what we already see kind of emerging in co-pilots and everything. But this is design generative AI. This is someone who actually understood the problem and found not a solution, but a way supporting to support the people that are experiencing that same problem. And that's why I love Cubox.cc. Again, no shares, no stakes, no financial interest in this product. I just genuinely like it and how it makes my own learning process so much more efficient and more enjoyable, to be honest. So I would say give it a try and let me know what you think and if you find it as useful as I do. Have a great rest of this Tuesday and talk to you soon. Groetjes!